What up, what up, what up, what is up, what is going on? Welcome to the So What You Saying podcast. As always, coming to you every week live and direct on the digital airwaves of Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. How's everybody doing? Happy Black History Month. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you guys, those who celebrate. I am back. I will explain where I was for the last couple weeks, at least for the last week. But how's everybody doing? How's everybody going? How's everybody enjoying their cold ass February? And yes, it's cold as fuck. Cold as fuck. Like literally, I've been going to work and fighting the fact that it's fucking cold. Definitely fucking cold. But I hope everybody, like I said, is enjoying their wonderful February, their Black History Month. We're in week 2. We only get 3 weeks out this motherfucker, so everybody should, take advantage, learn as much as they can about their culture, learn as much as you can about, where you come from, those in your line, things of that nature. And, ain't nothing wrong with learning more about where you come from. Hold on one sec. I'm going to turn that down. Turn that up. I think that'll work better. Hello. There we go. Yeah. Much better, much better. All right. So, this is day 1 of my new setup. Here's the funny thing. I still have one more thing to get, and that is a light. But other than that, everything looks to be wonderful. I have a nice big screen in front of me. I don't have to look at the computer. I can look at you guys live and direct. And the screen is perfect. This is what I needed for a while. The setup, I will post a picture of the new setup on my on IG, so follow. On Facebook, so again, follow me on Facebook. But before I get into anything, before I get into all the wonderful nooks and crannies we got going on, gotta remember to show you where to look at me, where to find me. Every week, like clockwork. And I need you to fix your eyes and ears on the screen. And always remember, always, and I mean always, remember, you can email me at sowhatyousaying5@gmail.com. That's SOWTUSAYIN5@gmail.com. Email me. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you want to talk about. Just let me know, and we will get it on the show. You can also find me at Willie Just That Dude Williams on Facebook. So what you're saying on multiple platforms. That includes Twitch, YouTube, Kick, and Instagram. And if you don't know how to find me, for whatever general reason, you can look me up by my link tree. So what you're saying, it'll link you to everywhere you can find me. All right. So, like I said, I'm back once again. I hope everybody, again, is having a wonderful Friday. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Friday. I hope everybody's going to have a wonderful weekend. Everybody's going to enjoy their Valentine's Day and all of that. But before I get into it, even before that, let's get to my vibe check of the week. And since it's Valentine's Day, I thought this song would be quite appropriate for this particular setting. So, I hope everybody likes this and gets there. Don't know what it is? I will definitely let you know exactly what it is.
Dance.
Make sure all.
Let me see you move. Come on, come on, come on. Dance. Let me see you move.
Come on. Stop acting like we on dial up. I hate when it does this. You know what? Forget this part. I know how we gonna get this done. Hold up 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Watch what I do. Oh, wait. All right, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Okay. There we go.
Dance. Let me see you move. Come on, come on, come on. Dance. Let me see you move.
All right. So that was Michael Jackson, Justin Timberlake. Love never felt so good. Yeah, that perfectly fits what the mode is here for this week. But of course, as always, got to get to my soapbox rant. And this one is going to be a little heavy hearted. So everybody bear with me. And yeah, just bear with me on this one. So this past Monday, I found out that I lost my grandfather. Now, as I tell people all the time, me and my mom weren't the closest. Um, but I didn't have my dad, but I had my grandfather always, and he was always tough on me. He was very tough on me. I can't deny that 100%. He was always tough on me. But the one thing I can say is that even though he was tough on me all the time, he instilled the kind of discipline that I needed to get through life. He taught me a lot of life lessons that, as of I don't know, today, that I still use a lot of those life lessons. And let me just fix this right quick. I use this one. Okay, now. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but this looks kind of cuckoo and crazy, so trying to make sure. I fix this so it looks a lot better. Like I said, um, got a new setup here, so I'm just working out some of the kinks. All right, that looks a little better. All right, so back to what I was saying. You know, he definitely taught me, but he taught me a lot of life lessons that that helped inform the man that I am today, and the man I'm going to be as I move on in this life. He showed me what it is to love your family and to love those around you. Now, I tell people all the time, my grandfather wasn't the most jovial of people, but no matter what, if I needed something, he was there. You know, funny story. One of the life lessons he taught me. You know, I was in the Boy Scouts. Now, there are people that know me and like, Willie, you Boy Scouts? They would be like, nah. They wouldn't believe that, but I was. Troop 419. And we will make part of one of our things was they gave us a kit and made these little race cars, but these wooden race cars, but we weren't allowed to do certain things. And you know, even though you have to play by the rules, or at least I liked playing by the rules. As I grew older, I know some people don't. But as we were building this car, there was something that we didn't have, and I don't remember exactly what it was. But we found another way around it to get to where we needed to go. And I remember him telling me, I remember him saying to me and telling me, hey, look, we got the car built. Now you can go over there and compete with other Boy Scouts and just have fun. But he said, just remember, always remember, you got to make do with what you have. And everything else will work itself out. And I've kind of lived a lot by that now at my older age. Got to make do with what I have. And everything else will work itself out. I'm going to miss my grandfather. Like all, when it comes to us as young adults, you bump heads with the older adults, not realizing they've already lived this life, and they're trying to get you to the next phase of it. Trying to teach you lessons that'll help you get through. Because as I try to tell my daughter, there are things that you're going to experience in your life that Dad's already been there. So you might want to listen to what Dad's telling you. And we're going to, and my daughter bumps heads with me. I bumped heads with my grandfather. But as I got older and started to make my way and started to become a better person, better man, and starting to live this life the way I need to, although my grandfather wouldn't say it to me, I knew he was proud of me. Because of everything I've gone through, I finally got to stable ground, and I'm finally starting to live up to the potential that I've always had. And like I said, he may have never said it to me, but I can look in his face and knew that he was very proud of me. And I'm going to miss him. I'm definitely going to miss him. But I know one thing, and I said this when I found out that, he missed my grandmother, his wife. And now, as they were together in life, they are now in death. And even though emotionally it burns me up inside, I know that he's happy because he's going to be with his wife and they're going to be together. And that makes me happy. And I'm going to bawl tea. And then here's the funny thing. During my grandmother's funeral, he told the story about the 15-minute the 15-minute rule. Well, now in heaven, they can have the same rule and move on to the next phase of their lives. So I'm going to say rest in peace to my grandfather, Robert Taylor. Thank you for helping me get to this part of my life. And just save me a spot with you, Grandma, and my great-grandma. Just save me a spot. Save me a plate. Just save me a plate. All right. Now that I've gotten my emotions out of the way, let's have some fun. All right. Let me go here. Let me find. Just sit back and relax, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, before we start having some fun, I wanted to talk about Valentine's Day. You know, maybe it's me. Maybe me being, as my daughter would call me, an old head. But, you know, maybe it's me. So, I've never, like, okay, people always, like, I don't celebrate a lot. Like, I really don't celebrate my birthday because, hold on one second. Yeah. All right, sorry about that. So, I really don't celebrate too much. Like, I do celebrate Juneteenth because that's Black Independence Day. I celebrate Christmas as a means to an end to my for my daughter, and I think that's about it because I generally am not a celebratory person in certain things. I don't celebrate my birthday, even though people are like, "Oh, why you? That's the one time." No, I'm proud and happy that I get to see another 365 and a quarter, but it's become another day for me. And I see a lot of people with this whole with Valentine's Day. So I thought I would say my piece about this and then move on. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel about Valentine's Day. Maybe I should feel differently, but I'm going to say this. All right? So, hold up. Hold up one second. Oh, not plugged in. Ah, there it goes. All right. Sorry about that. My damn this other computer wasn't plugged in, and it was about to be a little problem. But I'm back. Okay, so as I was saying before, I rudely interrupted myself. I feel about Valentine's Day. I felt like I feel about my birthday. Why do we need once a special day out of the year to show somebody how we feel about them? Ladies and gentlemen, I always feel like that should be, we should be doing that every single day of the year. And the reason I say that is because what are we going on about? It shouldn't take a Valentine's Day for me to bring you flowers. I should be doing that just because. It shouldn't take Valentine's Day for me to buy you a special gift. I should be doing that just because. It shouldn't take it should just shouldn't take a special day. And I know there are some people who'll be like, "Well, you should still do it." If I care about you, Valentine's Day is not going to mean nothing. Or it may still mean something to you, but you're not. There's nothing we're going to do on Valentine's Day that is no different than we're going to do any other time of the year. Because I feel like people like I now if you're big on that and we're dating, okay, I will indulge you because I want to see you happy no matter what. But understand, we're together. I'm gonna do stuff like that. I'm gonna buy you stuff. I'm gonna we're gonna eat dinner at certain restaurants. Like we're going to do things that what happens on Valentine's Day is going to be the same thing we do any other time of the year. So I'm not big on it, but I will indulge my significant other if they are big on Valentine's Day. So again, it's a two-edged sword, but me personally, I can do without it. But if I'm dealing with you and you're big on it, then I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna I'm gonna see you happy, no matter what it is. So, hey, I want everybody to enjoy their Valentine's Day. I want everybody to have fun with their significant other. I want everybody to show their significant other the love. But again, like always, I still think this is another day of the year, and it's something that I'm not going to dig too deep in. So, with that being said, let's have some fun before we get into some more heavy shit. Hold up, let me just get me some hydration or get me some a liquid refreshing beverage, and we're gonna move on. There we go. So now, with that being said, let's go. Not that one, but not that one either. You know, I know. Uh, I can care less. They want to go out, get dressed, show off. Hey, I'll do it. It ain't gonna make me no happier, or it's not gonna make me no happier than any other day of the year. That's all how I feel about it. But anyway, you know, I know everybody saw uh, that meme that Donald Trump posted that he tried to walk off his staffer posted it. But now I'm gonna bring somebody in that's gonna call up all the receipts and explain to you why that's that bullshit.
The president shared a video depicting the Obamas as apes. Senator Tim Scott posted that he was praying it was fake before acknowledging it was the most racist thing he'd seen out of this White House. We knew it wasn't fake from jump. The White House defended the post. In a statement, they said, please stop the fake outrage. Well, apparently the outrage was real enough for them to delete the post and then blame it on an unnamed White House staffer before the president then undercut that claim and said he watched the meme, but not the Obama part. Republican Congressman John James condemned the video, but after seeing it and all that the president has said and done and posted, James said the president is not racist. Well, what more would he need to see? Over the years, the president's excusers have said that he doesn't have a racist bone in his body and that no one knows what's in his heart. What more would you need to see? President Trump, to this day, emphasizes President Obama's middle name, Hussein. He famously pushed the baseless theory that he wasn't really born in the U.S. Why? What more would they need to see? He told 4 American congresswomen of color to go back to their countries. He posted a meme of Hakeem Jeffries wearing a sombrero. He consistently refers to black female politicians as low IQ individuals. Why? What more would they need to see? The president asked, why can't we get more people from Norway, more Swedes, more Danes? None of those garbage Somalis, none of those shithole country Haitians with their eating of cats and dogs. Afghans out, Venezuelans out. We'll take some South Africans, but the white ones. What more would they need to see? President Trump says the cities of Baltimore and Chicago are hellholes. He specifically cites Atlanta, Detroit, and Philadelphia when he says he wants to crack down on alleged election fraud. Why? What more would they need to see? How many times can the president say or do something racist and elected Republicans continue to insist that he is not racist? What more would they need to see? Actually, set that aside, what they would need to say. You take full inventory, write it all down, and then write down the definition of racist and see what you come up with. First of all, what more?
So, hold on one sec. Let me get you something. That goes to CNN anchor Victor Blackwell. What more do I need to say? Because the man said it all. Excuse me. All right. Moving on. You know, I know everybody saw the Super Bowl, or a lot of people watch the Super Bowl, and I know everybody was talking about Bad Bunny and all of that. But The one thing I saw on social media, and not from black folk, was this right here. And I want you guys to see exactly what I see.
People just found out today that there's a black national anthem, and they are crashing out on Twitter. They don't realize that the song is 126 years old and was first performed at Abraham Lincoln's birthday party, not Barack Obama, Abraham Lincoln's. I feel these people are so intellectually challenged. It is sad. I mean, they're crashing out over it being performed at the Super Bowl. It's not replacing the national anthem. It is adding to the contributions of what black Americans have done for this country. That's it, y'all. That's okay. That's okay to do. It's all right. So racist white people just found.
See what I'm saying? We can't have nothing without them niggas crashing the fuck out. Crashing out over the black national anthem. That has been the black national anthem since before I was born. And people know how old I am. And he said it. The song is 126 years old. You know, I think a lot of times the white folks don't understand that we do have things. We have made our contribution to society. But the same way you guys got your own stuff and y'all don't want us fucking with it, we got our shit. They've been singing Lift Every Voice and Sing at a multitude of different events. NBA, NFL. Now, I don't watch baseball too much, soccer and all that, but anything that's naturalized here, it's probably been said. White folks, please understand.
Get the fuck out of here!
And if a lot of people don't know about that, they need to climb under. I need to know what rock they came from under, or how much whitewashing they've been exposed to. But oh well. All right. So this is going to be a lot of females tomorrow.
Real shit, I don't know about y'all. I'm outside, and I'm going to get my motherfucking dick. I'm going to get my motherfucking dick. I don't give a fuck how much snow. Oh shit, my hair about to fall. I'm going to get my motherfucking dick. That nigga said, you better be here in like 10 minutes. And bitch, I'm going to get it.
That's gonna be a lot of. Yo, here's the funny thing. There's gonna be some females who just cause are gonna start are gonna go, and that's what it's gonna be. Hold up 1 second. No. Can I make this? No. Why can't I? Maybe I had to do that. Okay. Well, hold up. Maybe I can. Mhm. All right. I'll figure it out. All right. So that's going tomorrow. I'm gonna see a lot of that. A lot of people gonna be skipped to my Lou, my darling with that shit. That's all I'm saying. All right. So let me ask my fellow black people this. If you stole from your parents, what do you think would happen to you? Well, what you think would happen is exactly what this lady did. Let's go to the story. Story reads, woman arrested after beating her teen daughter with a belt for stealing $1,600 from her. The story reads, a woman was arrested and charged with child cruelty after allegedly beating her teenage daughter with a belt over a dispute involving stolen money, local police said. The arrest came after authorities responded to a report of suspected abuse and found evidence suggesting the teen had been struck during the altercation. Excuse me. Police allege that the confrontation stemmed from the daughter's alleged theft of about $1,600 from the family and that the mother used the belt as a punishment before officers intervened. The case is now being handled by prosecutors who have charged the mother with cruelty to a juvenile, highlighting how law enforcement and child welfare officials treat excessive disciplinary actions that result in injury. You know what? First, let me say this. Police, prosecutors, child welfare, y'all need to get
Get the fuck out of here!
And that mother who beat her child needs to get this. Now, why? Let's analyze the situation. Your child, your teenage child, stole $1,600. That's a 1, a 6, and 2 zeros. That's only $150. That's $150 more than the rent I paid for where I live. And she don't deserve that ass whooped. She don't deserve that ass whooped. See, this is my thing. If you whooped her ass because she came home late, that's excessive. You whooped her ass because she didn't eat all her food, that's excessive. Hey, you whooped her ass because she got a bad grade on a test. That's excessive. She stole $1,600. Getting that ass whooped is not excessive. She needed that ass whooped. She needed to get that ass whooped nicely. If I stole $1,600, hell, you think I'd be walking the planet Earth? Linda Taylor, Robert Taylor Jr., David Taylor, Donald Taylor, Kenneth Taylor. They'd all whoop my ass. Each and every last one of them. Hell no, that woman don't need to go to jail. And I hope somebody started to GoFundMe so we can get her out. Real talk. So I hope somebody started to GoFundMe so we can get her out. Let's cover her, prosecute, all of that. Because an undisciplined child is a child that'll end up behind bars or dead. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Here's another example of why some of these kids need their ass whooped. Hold up, let me just turn on the sound, and there you go. Now, you want to be talking about sucking dick? Eat this belt. This is why, I don't get me wrong. Some things we need to, but that mama, yes, that mom, definitely. She definitely needs to put belt to that ass. That's all I got to say about that. All right. All right. Now let me see. Let me see. Let me see. You know, don't get me wrong. Protecting of your significant others, your family members, and all of that is what we should do. Happy Friday, Lady J. I'm good. Protection of our family and our friends is something that should never be taken lightly. But sometimes some people take it just a little too far. Just like this right here.
My brother, what did I say? I was a man. Y'all said I was a man, so come outside. Come outside for real. Like, dead ass. Like, come outside. What we doing? I'm not understanding. Y'all was here. My brother, what did I say? I was a man. Y'all said I was a man, so come outside. Come outside for real. Like, dead ass. Like, come outside. What we doing? I'm not understanding. Y'all was
Now, y'all see that big ass gun? That was a big ass gun for no reason. But to go to somebody's house with a big ass gun like that, knock on their door, and be like, yo, so you said I was a man, come outside. I mean, really? That's what we doing here? This is what we doing here. All right. You know, the white folks is kind of getting out of hand because they don't think us as black people are supposed to retaliate when they start doing crazy shit. But we need to keep retaliating when they do crazy shit. Case in point, here we go.
He was targeted, clearly targeted.
That's the mother of a 14-year-old seen in this video recorded in the restroom at Verdugo Hills High School in August. Over and over, you can hear one student encourage the beating with the N-word. His mother, who did not disclose her name, claims she met with the school days later.
They didn't care. They didn't do nothing to the other kids.
Instead, according to her, the school offered to transfer her son to another school. Months later, a second incident, also caught on video in December. Here, fists fly, and the boy is swung to the ground by his backpack. Again, lots of comments using the N-word. From a different cell phone, you can hear someone yell, "He's got a knife." The attorneys claim the boy fled the school and was chased by a group in a car. One person had a butcher knife. Ultimately, there was a stabbing that led to a school shutdown. 2 students needed medical attention, and the 14-year-old was arrested.
He shouldn't have been charged, but here he's facing 245 PC charges, assault with a deadly weapon. Why is this young man facing assault with a deadly weapon charge when he merely defended himself?
His other attorney suggests there's reason to accuse the school and district of ignoring the racism against the few black students at Verdugo Hills.
They get targeted repeatedly with threats, with violence, and with racial slurs. The N-word is tagged on the wall by their house. That is the epitome of racism.
My son, as stated, he was
So, I'll ask y'all. Y'all think that boy was wrong? Because if you ask me, he wasn't wrong. They got exactly what they deserve. I don't advocate for violence. I try to be peaceful. I try to be civil. But, really? Are you fucking serious? You gotta be kidding me. The boy is defending himself, and he's getting charged with assault with a deadly weapon. Man,
Get the fuck out of here!
I mean, again, I don't advocate for violence. I don't think that violence is the answer to everything. But that boy was getting bullied. And then being bullied, being chased, called nigger all the time. And no, not nigga, nigger. with that hard fucking R. First of all, I'd have beat their ass just for saying the N-word. But at the end of the day, that boy was not wrong for defending himself. So I got to say about that. Moving on. I grew up in the crack era. And crackheads crackheads are different today than they were when I was growing up. You get a crackhead, you probably can get a TV, a bootleg cable box. You can get a lot of things. But today's crackhead, let's just say that's some ooh-wee. Don't know what I'm talking about? Go ahead. I'll just let the news report tell you.
15 other residents were hurt. One remains in critical condition. The city's condemned the building, leaving 150 families displaced.
They moved them into shelters and to hotels until everything, I guess, gets fixed.
Sources say Calderon was hoping to sell the stove for drug money, an act that's left lives in ruins and security concerns for neighbors.
These doors have locks and they're never locked. They're always open. Anybody could come in.
How was somebody who doesn't live here able to get into an apartment and take a stove to cause such a, inferno?
NYPD sources say the suspect has over 24 arrests on his rap sheet. He's awaiting arraignment for these latest charges. From Bronx Criminal Court, I'm Anthony DiLorenzo, Pix 11 News.
Let this replay.
Days after an apartment building blew up in the Bronx's Baychester neighborhood.
What happened, Mr. Calderon? What happened, sir?
God bless you.
FDNY fire marshals and the NYPD hauled away Samuel Calderon. Sources say the 55-year-old homeless man broke into his ex-girlfriend's apartment, stole the gas stove, and allowed the building on Bavonia Street to fill with natural gas.
We smelled the gas. Then all of a sudden our door busts open. Boom!
Firefighters from Ladder Company 51 were inside ventilating the building Saturday after midnight when the blast occurred without warning. Those same FDNY members came to witness Calderon in handcuffs Wednesday night. He's been charged with murder after tenant Ronald McAllister died in the inferno.
His body totally burned. It's just a catastrophe. It's a tragedy.
15 other residents were hurt. One remains in critical condition. The city's condemned the building, leaving 150 families displaced.
They moved them into shelters and to hotels until everything, I guess, gets fixed.
Sources say Calderon was hoping to sell the stove for drug money, an act that's left lives in ruins and security concerns for neighbors.
These doors have locks and they're never locked. They're always open. Anybody could come in.
How was somebody who doesn't live here able to get into an apartment and take a stove to cause such a, inferno?
NYPD sources say the suspect has over 24 arrests on his rap sheet. He's awaiting arraignment for these latest charges. From Bronx Criminal Court, I'm Anthony DiLorenzo, Pix 11 News. Days after an apartment.
So before I get to this, you're right, they did. But we took it and made it ours. So, just to give you and just to give you an example, we should be allowed to use that word amongst ourselves. They should not. And that's just plain and simple. They are not allowed. oppressing our people for 450 years and counting, they are not allowed. Now, moving on. Yo, what the fuck is in the crack of today? The nigga stole a stove and it caused an explosion. And it caused an explosion. It caused an like, what the? First of all, you stole it out of her apartment. How the fuck was you getting it downstairs? And who the fuck was gonna buy a used stove? Or were you gonna take it to one of them spots where they refurbish it? Like, who does that? Like, who does that? Sorry, answering a message. Who does that? And yeah, they invented the ER. We invented the GA. Two different words. ER gets your ass whooped. GA is a term of endearment to my peoples. And whether you like it or not, that's nigger is their word and they get their ass whooped. My nigga is our word and that we can use it amongst our people. And if you don't understand that, that's on you. Now, back to what I was saying. Who does that? Who steals a stove out of an apartment? Now, you know he a crackhead. Because if you were going to do that, why not turn off? Like, there is anybody who has a gas stove in their house knows there's a knob in the back that you can turn off the gas and keep it moving. Oh, nah. Oh, nah. This nigga just took the shit out, left the gas on, and caused the building to explode. Now he going to jail for murder. Yo, he is smoking that. Ooh-wee. That's just. All right. So, no, it not. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Sorry, no, it doesn't. Different meanings. Different meanings. I will tell you this. Watch Eddie Griffin. It's a special called either Tell Him, I think it's called Tell Him I Said That. Then you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's get to the headline of the day. Mr. Jeffrey Epstein. First, I want you to listen to Jasmine Crockett right quick.
I'm not going to ask any questions of this witness because this witness has revealed that she has no intentions of answering questions. But instead, I'm going to ask some very basic questions really quickly of my colleague, Becca Ballant, if she will answer right or wrong, raping children. Wrong. Right or wrong, killing random citizens. Definitely wrong. Right or wrong, enriching yourself as the sitting president of the United States.
Definitely wrong.
Okay, thank you, because I probably never would have got that with our witness. Our witness who somehow is a lawyer but does not understand how it works with witnesses. I'm not really sure what law school she went to and what all kind of cases she tried, but typically when you come into a space and somebody's a witness, then they sit there and they answer questions instead of asking questions. And then we also have this objection that we use as lawyers called non-responsive when a witness fails to actually answer the question. But nevertheless, let me address the survivors, because that's exactly who they are. They are not victims, they are survivors. Let me say thank you for having more courage and moral clarity in your pinky fingers than the entire Department of Justice. We are currently the laughing stock of the world, partially because of the failed leadership within the DOJ, as we see kings and queens falling everywhere around the world. But we don't know the basics of right and wrong in this country, because it's not about partisanship. And that's why I applaud Thomas Massey, because he's the only person on the Republican side that has a backbone and knows how to stand up to corruption. But nevertheless, let me keep going. My Democratic colleagues have been attacked this entire committee hearing. They have been lied on, and frankly, the American people weren't looking for that. They were looking for answers about the corruption that they see coming from this administration. In the written testimony of this witness, of this particular witness, she stated that when she took office, she had two main goals. The first was to end the weaponization of justice, and second, to return the department to its core mission. Not only have you lied about both, you've intentionally done the exact opposite. You're spending more taxpayer resources arresting journalists than you are prosecuting pedophiles and creeps. In fact, your boss, the President of the United States, stated that this administration, quote, took the freedom of speech away. And at your direction, DOJ has arrested Don Lemon and Georgia Fort. And I might add that y'all actually had a judge that rejected y'all for trying to arrest Don Lemon before, just like the grand jury rejected y'all as it relates to Senator Kelly, just like a grand jury rejected y'all as it relates to Senator Slotkin, just like the case against Tish James was dismissed and the case against Mr. Comey was dismissed. I completely don't get how it is that you're sitting at the top of DOJ, because you don't seem to be good at your job.
So, that was Jasmine Crockett. Now let's get to Mr. Jeffrey Epstein. Ladies and gentlemen, this whole Epstein shit is disgusting, because it's a clear cover-up that is being perpetrated by Republicans and your Agent Orange president. And he's not even the president of the United States. He's just Agent Orange. And here's my biggest problem. You know, why haven't these names been released? Why? Here's some crazy shit. People are so apt to believe anything. Just case in point. They had a tip line that says, for people to, would come forward with tips about Jeffrey Epstein. You're talking about any information. So let's move to the stuff that came out that all these fucking dumb ass black people are believing. There was a tip that Jay-Z was rolling with Epstein in 1996. And that Pusha T was a handler. And it was something about Eminem. Now, mind you, There's no corroboration to this. There's nothing the FBI is doing. But my thing is, in 1996, Jay-Z just dropped his first album. There was, no way in hell that them white folks is going to let that ghetto-ass black man fuck around with them. And then what makes it even worse is that black people really believe this shit. Oh, he's in the files, he's in the files, he's in the files. But nobody would do any research. So for dumb black people,
Get the fuck out of here!
you get the button because Google is your friend. I'm still trying to figure out why they're hiding so much stuff. And what makes it even, this is what further lets me know that this whole thing is a cover-up, right? All right. There was a page where Donald Trump's name was mentioned over 1,000 times. That got removed off the website that's releasing these files. And here, right now, is your Get the Fuck Out of Here award for the week. And it's going to Pam Bondi, the head of our illustrious DOJ. Because she further proved that this ain't nothing but a cover-up for President Donald J. Trump.
Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. Under the law Congress passed, you were allowed to redact photos to protect the victims of Epstein's sex trafficking operation. You redacted the photos of this victim's face because you were following the congressional law. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, that we redacted the victim's
Because you were
face?
following the congressional law, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You have now established that please put the photos back up, that we are looking at a sex trafficking victim. Under the Federal Victims Trafficking Protection Act, not only is Jeffrey Epstein guilty, but anyone who patronizes Epstein's sex operation is also guilty of a crime. That's why I find it absolutely despicable that you sought to protect Epstein's clients, like former Prince Andrew. Last July, you closed the case on Epstein's abusers. The July 2025 memo from your Department of Justice stated, quote, "We did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties." These two photos, please put the photos back up. These two photos staring you in the face are evidence of a crime and more than enough evidence to predicate an investigation against former Prince Andrew. So I ask you, Attorney General Pam Bondi, why did you shut down this investigation last July, and why have you not prosecuted former Prince Andrew?
I don't believe you asked Merrick Garland these questions when he was Attorney General and set before.
I agree with you.
You twice.
I'm reclaiming my time. I agree with you. I agree with you. During the Biden administration, I called for people looking at Epstein files. Merrick Garland dropped the ball, as did Attorney General Bill Barr, as did Alex Acosta, a whole string of failures. But you are in charge. You have the power to change things, to hold these men accountable, and you're doing the opposite. You're protecting them. So I want to move on to another man.
Can I answer
Donald
that,
Trump.
though?
I want to move on to another
Can I answer
question.
your question about protecting
You
Prince
answered the
Andrew?
question.
You're saying no. I love this.
I want to discuss another man, Donald Trump, who is all over the Epstein files, like former Prince. Here's the video. Like former Prince Andrew, Donald Trump attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
This is so ridiculous, and that they are trying to deflect from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files
I'm reclaiming my time.
be
I got your
released.
answer. You said there's no
President
evidence.
Trump asked
Mr. Chairman,
that
please
they
stop the clock.
sign
the clock.
the legislation. This is
Time. I'd like to reclaim my time.
Time belongs to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied under oath, and this is on videotape. You said there's no evidence of crime. I'm showing you, here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was going to stop the limo and hurt Donald Trump. And he met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off, and officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide. No one at the Department of Justice interviewed this witness. You need to interview this witness immediately. Epstein should rot in hell, so should the men who patronized his operation. And as we say here today, there are over 1,000 sex trafficking victims, and you have not held a single man accountable. Shame on you. If you had any decency, you would resign right after this hearing concludes.
The gentleman has expired.
So, why is Pam Bondi getting the button? Because she's fucking lying and protecting not only the president, but how many men for raping these young girls? Ladies and gentlemen, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. These men need to be held accountable. And Pam Bondi is just letting them ride. So, for that reason alone, Pam Bondi, you get this.
Get the fuck out of here!
Donald Trump, you get this.
Get the fuck out of here!
Jeffrey Epstein, you get this.
Get the fuck out of here!
And any man involved, you get this.
Get the fuck out of here!
Fucking insane. Sorry about that. Answering another message. All right. So, you know where we go from here. All right. So, you know, again, it's Valentine's Day. And I want to, hold on, what the hell? Oh, okay. So it's Valentine's Day. And, I want to, give some, some love in the air. So guess what? We about to start with a song that everybody, I think, loves. And it goes a little something like this. All right, you know who that is. That's Aaliyah, 1 in a million. And it's like, that song will never outgrow the time. All right, so let me see something. No. Let's slow it down right quick. And let me show you something that we should, as men, be doing today, no matter what.
Sweetheart, I've been trying so hard to get over you. I just simply can't. Because the love we shared through the years meant so much to me. All I'm looking for is just a serious relationship. Somebody I can hold all my life. Why don't you give me that commitment? Let's settle down. Let's chill. Don't be afraid of me. I know my love is scaring you.
All right, that's Let's Chill by Guy. I love that song. That's one of my favorite slow jams for sure. Hold on. So let's go here. You know, sometimes you need to pick up somebody's uh, 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 spirits, and sometimes you just got to get involved. So guess what? Check this out.
S-A-double-D-I-Q. Yo, he wanna get involved with you. Mr. S-A-double-D-I-Q. Yo, he wanna get involved with you. Mr. S-A-double-D-I-Q. Yo, he wanna get involved with you. Mr. S-A-double-D-I-Q. Yo, he wanna get involved.
Met this girl walking in the ghetto. Looking good but looking down.
What you say? Come on, pop.
Said she needed inspiration. I said get your shit cause we're going uptown.
Uptown, baby. Uptown, say what?
I could tell she was feeling better.
Yeah, come on, yeah.
When she got inside the car,
She got inside the car.
she was a dark-skinned girl with pretty cornrows. She was doing her best to try to hide that scar.
What you say? Come on, and what you say now?
Don't really care about that there.
Just what?
Just get involved.
Like that, take it down one more time. Say,
You making me feel so real.
like that, one more time. What you say now? What?
Every time I take you around, friends,
Come on, time I take you round, friends.
I catch them looking at your love.
Looking at your love, like that.
You know it never ever bothered me. Because I know that I'm the one you're thinking of. I don't really care about that there. Just get involved.
What you say one time? What you say? Say,
You making me feel so real. Just get involved.
word up, word up, word up.
All right, that's Get Involved, Q-Tip, Raphael Sadiq and Q-Tip. Love that song. But, you know, you want to get to know a young lady. You want to, get her heart and soul and dig deep down. Well, guess what? This is what you need to do.
You're here, I'm pleased. I really dig your company, your style, your smile, your peace mentality. Lord, have mercy on me. I was blind, now I can see what a king's supposed to be. Baby, I feel free. Come on and go with me. Let's take a long walk around the park after dark. Find a spot for us to spark conversation, verbal elation, stimulation. Share our situation, temptation, education, relaxation, elevation. Maybe we can talk about Surah 31:18.
All right, so that's A Long Walk, Jill Scott. You know, Oh, oh, come on. Oh. Let me see. No. And all while you're taking that long walk, I can tell you right now. Hold on. Come on. Okay. And I can tell you right now, all while y'all are taking that long walk, as a man, you're looking, and this is what you're thinking right now.
Girl, I'm in love with you, baby, and I want you to know that I'm hooked on your body, and I'm trying to be yours. Radio killer, we beat it up like a roller. Chick, where you at? Oh, yes, sir. Bikini out. She going right, she going left. I had to help myself. I got on it like I want it. She rode the beat like a pony. Cameras up, cameras flash. I'm tipsy, trying to last. I wanna change her name to Mrs. Nash. There's nothing left to say. She rockin' that shit like. She rockin' that shit like. There's nothing I can say. She rockin' that shit like. She rockin' that shit like. There's nothing I can say. She just rockin' that shit like.
All right? That's the dream, rocking that shit. Yeah, hey, if you're a man, you looking at that ass thinking she rocking that shit. And then when you finally get it, and you finally get with her and you get that ass, this is the song that should be going off right here.
Somebody told me there'd be trouble at home, 'cause we never talk a lot when we spend time alone. Yeah. So how are we supposed to know if something is wrong? Well, we've got a way to communicate. It keeps us happy, oh, and no one does it like me. I know, but sure
that's Whip Appeal, Babyface. Oh my God. I gotta be honest. That's a perfect song to be doing some stuff to. Let me just say that. All right, it's been fun. I'm glad to be back after everything that's going on with me this week. But I will be back, and the setup will be complete. I like the way it looks. There's going to be a couple other things I got to do, but I'm loving what I got. There's a couple other things a couple new things about to come through, and you might get, a little preview tomorrow. But again, until then, I need y'all to fix your eyes and ears on the screen and let y'all know where to find me when I ain't here. So, always remember, you can email me at sowwhatyousaying5@gmail.com. That's SOWTUSAYIN5@gmail.com. Email me. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you want to talk about. Just let me know. We'll get it on the show. You can also find me at Willie Just That Dude Williams on Facebook. And you can find me on a multitude of multimedia platforms. That'll be Twitch, YouTube, Kick, and Instagram at So What You Saying. And if you can't find me at any of those places for whatever ungodly reason, you can look up my link to So What You Saying. It will link you to everywhere you can find me. All right. So as always, anybody on Twitch will be getting a raid, and we'll be raiding. Anybody on Facebook and YouTube, I will see y'all next week. But to finish this off, before you can get to any of that stuff, it all starts in one place. I want to thank y'all for joining me. I will see y'all next week. And guess what? We'll have more to go about. But, like I said, before you can get to the Whip Appeal, it's got to start here.
Last night I
play this record as frequently as possible. Then, as it becomes easier for you
Witness!
to play the record once a day,
Witness me, bobbity boopy. So what you saying? Thank you for the very kind raid. How you doing? I appreciate that. I'm just gonna go see my friend Tony Antonio. I got some maps that I got from this broad. She's pretending to be a nun. She ain't no nun. What was on your docket, good sir? What were you playing? What were you doing?